Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, Axel Witsel has bags of aerial prowess and energy, which are very useful to that deeper midfield role. All those qualities will help his side break through.
Goes for the shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, well played, well played. He has found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a promising position. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Witsel, spread out to the left. Carvajal gets a foot in here. Lamar, still goalless at the moment. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe, looking for the run. Valverde in acres of space out wide. Girona are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Now this could be a chance. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Brahim Diaz! And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. He's in plenty of space here. Camavinga. It's Bellingham. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, now he can run. Tries a shot! He's got to be quick to recover this. Oh, shooting chance! It's there!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking.
Speed of thoughts, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And that is all they have time for. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Madrid coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor...
And the shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Camavinga, Asensio. And it's Diaz. It's played through for him. Space for him to turn and look. He is just caressing the ball. He's being urged to shoot. And he shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Cleared away. He's a sharp little ball here. That's going to go a long way. Referee's given a throw. Takes a shot! Goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Vinicius Junior taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Camavinga. Looking to play him in. Goes for a shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are disappearing out of sight! Garcia duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Stuani tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Fran Garcia. Camavinga looking understandably energised after his goal. That's a nicely shaped ball. Madrid are almost home and dry now. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, just a keep, and the shot! Oh, good finish. They are playing them off the park. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Madrid are having a ball here. Witsel. Brian Hill. Bellingham. Camavinga. He's in a great position here. Fran Garcia. He's rising! Not the worst header in the world, but nothing comes of it. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. A warm ovation on his way off, and that will be the final act. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
And this is now today's lineup.
It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1. And it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
So things are underway. Isak! It's been shipped out wide. Now he's off and running. He is through here. That is good progress on the left. It's a promising position. Crosses it in here. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Oh, he's been caught. Great chance! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
Short changes him with that pass. Tries one from range. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Konate. So we're still where we started right now. Szoboszlai. Gakpo. Goes for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's Szoboszlai. Can he get on the end of this? Takes a shot! And no mistake! Isak. Good purposeful running this. Jones. Back when it goes. Oh, that's superb. Shot a goal! They've scored! The first significant strike. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Wits, and the shot! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Liverpool are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Plays a sharp little ball here.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Caught offside that time. Konate. Oh, can he get onto this? That's the end of the first 45. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Liverpool really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have done another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Liverpool firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Szoboszlai. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Vecino. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing, and he's quick to snatch it back.
The attendance for this match was 29,514.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Gravenberg. Now Gakpo. Gakpo running with intent. Big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Always goal side. Wits driving forwards. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, he's having a go! That was superb goalkeeping.
Mohamed Salah clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's got away. That's a nicely weighted pass. Mamardashvili gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Wits, can he spark a counter here? Lovely, now then.
Isak really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very...
That's the end. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Mohamed Salah taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. So things are underway. Vallecano have the chance to go the other way. Tries to play it through. Francesco Esposito! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Esposito deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
That's destined for the flank. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tries to cross. Keeper has taken decisive action. It's a throw-in. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. DiMarco. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, it's Mkhitaryan. Now it's Dumfries. Shot a goal! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Inter really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Throw in.
Vallecas really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball.
And the finish! Goal! Inter! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
And it's Denzel Dumfries. Now it's Thuram. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Real chance! Goal! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
So they have it all to do again.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
Now this could be a chance. Oh, good spread. Dumfries finds himself offside.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Ball is over the line. We are into overtime. Quality ball. And here's Thuram. Played out to the left flank. Forced to go back. So much time. Goes for a shot! Goal! Inter! And again they hit the front. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And that is indeed the final act. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Inter Milan ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. And so the action is resumed. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, shooting chance! Mkhitaryan. Akanji.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.607
60 minutes
spettatori.
played. Now it's Thuram. Aims beyond the defence. It's out for a goal kick. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. We've got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
Inter Milan, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Lovely, now then. Good ball, good take. Chance for a shot! And it's come back out to him. And that's a sharp finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Dumfries. Mkhitaryan. That's tidy. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Thuram. And here's Barella. That's a good ball out wide. That's Dumfries. He's in a great... And the shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. And that will be it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Inter definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked, whether it was link-up play...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say...
Oh, yelled it in! Vitinha. Sabani. That has not gone well. Caratas. Great vision. And that could set him on his way. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Shomurodov. Yildirim. Pacho. Mayulu. Hakimi. Now it's Ramos. He's beaten the last man. And the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's made its way to him. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty, made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really...
Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Sabani. Vitinha. Spread out to the left. Sari. Shomurodov does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Beraldo. Vitinha. Driving forward. Oh, sweet feet. He's in a great... And he shoots! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! Into the lead once more. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Paris Saint-Germain with the lead. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now who's going to be first to this? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And for the first half, that is that. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. Back on the way then. And he cuts out the supply. Ambitious ball here.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Vitinha. Gonzalo Ramos being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Decent chance!
Başakşehir really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Foot in. Tries to play it through. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well read, nice interception. Shomorodov.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Paris Saint-Germain have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Beraldo. Mayulu. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Paris Saint-Germain surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And here's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos proves just a little bit too strong. Başakşehir needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Hakimi does well to get it back. Very much into the last knockings. Barcola. Can he get on the end of this?
Paris Saint-Germain can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Le numéro 14, le numéro 9.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And time is up. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense.
Takes the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Ndombele gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Klaus. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this guy, Jeremy Doku, is the kind of player I'd rather not have come up against, Peter, because he's got real tenacity, he's strong, he's quick, and he can go either side. And as a fullback, that just makes you keep guessing as to what he's going to do next.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so... Haaland! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Bar. It's been shipped out wide. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's forced to go back. And that could set him on his way. Wahi! So it is still 0-0. Cherki. He's in a great position here. That's a good ball out wide. And here's Semenyo. Oh, well played, well played. Spread out to the left. Can he get on the end of this? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, that's fabulous. Gehi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Haaland. And here's Haaland. Oh, this is a great position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, he's not getting his way this time. Cherki. Knocks it into space. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that is well cleared. And the referee says that is that for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Manchester are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Cho in with the challenge. Nice couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. That's good running with the ball. Now that looks a decent ball. He's having a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Ryan Cherki. Coming on the field is number 47, Phil Foden.
Bar. Ndombele. Doku. O'Reilly picks it up now.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nice choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner. Bar.
Now it's Wahi. He's shifted it to the flank. Tries to play it through.
Nice clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Erling Haaland. Coming on to replace him is number 7.
Ended up in no man's land.
Substitution.
Picked out brilliant chance, surely! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's hoisted clear. That has been slung wide. Shot could be on. Chance! And that's in. And that could well be the winner.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
The goal scorer for Nice.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Nice have fired themselves in front.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
And this is Marmouche.
Manchester really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Pinches it off him. Cho. And it's played forward.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And there's green grass ahead of him. O'Reilly. Decent chance! And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, overconfidence and/or cockiness should never be allowed to filter into it.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more.
And now,
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and No doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And that gets things running. Zubimendi, Ødegaard, and Mosquera, Madueke, Stefan, and he's intervened well there. Ødegaard. Oh, that's nice. And it's Rice. Can he finish? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Now Hernus. And he's there to get it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Madueke, and he shoots. Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Oh, he's been caught napping. Look at this. Ødegaard! Now, who's going to be first to this? Rice. Might be danger here. Shapes to shoot! Keeper's not concerned by that. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
He is through here. Forced to go back. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
After 26 minutes is number 29.
First breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Ødegaard. Ødegaard. This is promising. Driving through the middle. Chance for a shot! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Oh no, this does not look good. And he is deftly away. He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Stefan. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Arsenal clearly the superior force halfway through this contest. They lead 3-0. And so the action is resumed. Oh, good-looking ball. That has been cut short. Eze. Madueke. Ødegaard. Now it's Ødegaard. And he shoots! And a neat finish! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
60,332.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ødegaard being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
And he was quick to react. Great vision. Havertz is onto this. And that's going up front in a hurry. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Opts for safety. Half an hour gone in the second half. And he's running through. Pressure coming in from all directions. Zubimendi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Good running. Real chance! And that's past the post.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Number 10, Eze. Number 29, Kai Havertz. Coming on the field, number 7, Bukayo Saka. Number 19,
Oh, Red, nice interception.
Number
Zubimendi.
14,
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that is masterful defending. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's beaten the last man.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's that, the end. Arsenal just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Begley.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, you'd almost expect to know what kind of game this fella, Alejandro Balde, is going to play. I mean, we know he can operate on either side, and he's a cracking carrier of the ball. But his pace and ability to track back are huge pluses. So this guy gets up and down the pitch to great effect.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. So we're up and running. Eric Garcia. Yamal. Aims beyond the defence. Yamal is onto this. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he skips past his man. Gavi has it in a wide position.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kubasi. And it's Lopez.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
This looks promising. Now, what about a counter-attack? Played out towards the right wing. Space for him to turn and look. He's found a way through. No foul, says the referee. Eric Garcia did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Fermin. Now it's Ferran Torres. Now it's Gavi. And here's Ferran Torres. Still goalless at the moment. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's come to nothing. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Now it's Lopez, and he was quick to react. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Eric Garcia. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And it's half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period, Let us see what the second half brings.
Cambio de jugadores.
How would you review the first half?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Pedri. And that's been won straight back. Distributed tidily. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Barchi receives it in a good position here. Barchi! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
El dorsal 20, cambio de jugadores.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Fofana. Still no sign of a breakthrough, which comes as quite a surprise if you consider the gulf in quality between the two teams.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Corto. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Strasbourg have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball...
So that means another 30 minutes football. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up. And the action has already restarted. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Eric Garcia. And it's Koundé. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Lewandowski. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
In with the challenge. Ball is over the line. So here comes the substitution.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rashford. Very nicely done. Now this could be a chance. Good ball, good take. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Halfway through extra time, and still we are deadlocked. Is it time for a hero to step up and to grab the headlines here?
The hostilities have already resumed. 105 minutes of deadlock, 15 minutes to break it.
He's picked his way through.
Oh, he's taken out, that'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Now, can they get him away? And the finish! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And it's come back to the keeper. Martin. Barcelona are repeatedly frustrated here in the face of this rearguard. Time is getting away from them. Bargi providing an outlet on that flank. Baku. For Chilwell.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Gordo proves just a little bit too strong. There it is, the whistle. No avoiding penalties. Well, Jim, what say you after all of this?
Well, Peter, I think you can only be amazed with the level of endeavour and industry shown by everyone here. OK, two sides ultimately cancelled each other out, but I think everyone has put in a hell of a shift here.
So it all comes down to this, the ultimate test of mettle and mentality from the spot. So this one to set the tone. One 0.
That's the example they will want to follow.
Oh, it's a really good save.
I think some mind games were played there, Peter. It certainly did the trick.
Barcelona are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. Of course, they're up by 2.
Well, this is effectively a very welcome cushion, Peter.
Strasbourg really cannot miss this. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper. That is how you answer the call.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Dani Olmo is the third man to step forward. Wonderful poise and placement.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
This to stay in it. And stuck away with ice in his veins.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way. He's telling himself he can get it done. He just has to pick the right spot.
Dispatched! So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end. So, Jim, quite a game, decided in the end, in the only way it could have been.
Barcelona probably deserved that on the overall balance of things, Peter. They always seemed more comfortable, more focused. They weren't fazed by the prospect of penalties. I would say a job well done.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
And now, lining up for
And the lineup suggests, Jim, that it's going to be a 3-4-3 formation.
Yeah, it's one of these systems, Peter, where the front three are obviously the headline makers, but the back three have considerable responsibility and pressure on them. So a strong voice is needed to keep everyone switched on to their defensive duties. Everybody has to kind of play their part in getting behind the ball at times, and it's not always done because the focus is very offensive.
So that's got things underway. Now it's Schick. Great vision. He's in a great position here. Can he finish? That is decidedly lacking. Thomas. Winks. Teller, big chance! Goal for Leverkusen! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Number 23.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Winks. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Can he get on the end of this?
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that's gone loose. Winks did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Lavididi tries to pass it through. He's in plenty of space here. Flecken claims it. Safe hands. And he's got away from it. Couldn't squeeze it through. A probing pass. Lucas Vazquez. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Grimaldo. And it's made its way to him. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
Leicester really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Palacios. Lucas Vazquez.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Garcia, who's set up one goal so far. And it's Teller. And he's picked it up out wide. Palacios. And here's Schick. Closing in on goal. And the finish! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Lascelles. The referee says that is that for the first half. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
And a quick announcement today.
Bayer Leverkusen come in leading by just the odd goal.
In the stadium hall.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Bayer Leverkusen looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And so the action is resumed. Bayer Leverkusen leading courtesy of the game's only goal. He has found the way through. He's on it, can he get away? Backward it goes. He'll try from distance! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
A good disguise on that though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
It's a pretty loose pass. Now this could be a chance. Bayer Leverkusen are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Nicely weighted ball. That's a nicely shaped ball. Chance for a shot! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Leicester can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Bayer Leverkusen are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Bayer Leverkusen do have a chance to counter here.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And here's Mavididi. And the pass is intercepted. Fatawu. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Number 30, number 14.
So changes afoot here, and from both
Coming on
sides.
the field, number
Grimaldo.
10, number 35. Substitution in progress.
Teller proves just a little bit too strong. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Great chance! And it's come back out to him. Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Bayer Leverkusen find a position of real strength now. And that is a little undercooked. But he's well positioned here. Grimaldo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that could set him on his way. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Garcia. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's played forward. Now it's Ayew. He's a sharp little ball here. Ricardo Pereira receives it in a wide position. And time is up. Bayer Leverkusen can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Teller.
Voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it.
Please
and
take
they did.
this opportunity to pay a visit to our official
So thank
store,
you very
where
much, Jim, for
memorabilia
joining
from
me. That
today's
brings us
match
to
are
the end
now
of our
available.
coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.